Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on January 21st, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya compilation.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya compilation. Chapter entitled
Ramananda Rai, Lord Chaitanya meeting Ramananda Rai on the Godavari River.
Lord Chaitanya meeting Ramananda Roy on the banks of Godavari. Part 3.
মহান্ত স্বভাবে তারিতে পামর নিজ কার্য নাহি তবু জান্তার ঘর.
It is the general practice of all saintly people to deliver the fallen. Therefore, they go to people's houses although they have no personal business there. Purport: a sannyasi is supposed to beg from door to door. He does not beg simply because he is hungry. His real purpose is to enlighten the occupant of every house by preaching Krishna consciousness. A sannyasi does not abandon his superior position and become a beggar just for the sake of begging. Similarly, a person in householder life may be very important, but he may also voluntarily take to the mendicant way of life. Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami were ministers, but they voluntarily accepted the mendicant's life in order to humbly preach Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message. It is said about them, Tyaktva turnam asesa mandalapati srinim Sada tuchchavat bhutva dina ganeshakau karunaya kaupina kantashritau. Although the Goswamis were very aristocratic, on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they became mendicants just to deliver the fallen souls. One should also consider that those who engage in the missionary activities of the Krishna consciousness movement are under the guidance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are not actually beggars. Their real business is to deliver fallen souls. Therefore, they may go from door to door just to introduce a book about Krishna consciousness so that people can become enlightened by reading. Formerly, brahmacharis and sannyasis used to beg from door to door. At the present moment, especially in the Western countries, a person may be handed over to the police if he begs from door to door. In Western countries, begging is considered criminal. Members of the Krishna consciousness movement have no business begging. Instead, they work very hard to introduce some literatures about Krishna consciousness so that people can read them and be benefited. But if one gives some contribution to a Krishna conscious man, he never refuses it.
So Prabhupada was saying on behalf of Krishna, he can always accept donations.
Srila Prabhupada said that on behalf of Krishna, we can always accept donations.
He doesn't use that for himself, to maintain his family. He uses it.
He doesn't use that himself to maintain his family, but he uses it
to spread Krishna consciousness.
to spread Krishna consciousness.
অহৈতুকী কৃপা করায় ভগবান ও ভক্তের ধর্ম। শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতম দশম স্কন্ধ 8-4। মহৎ দ্বিজ চলাং নিনাং গৃহণাং দীনচেতসাম নিঃশ্রেয়সায় ভগবান নন্যথা কল্পতে কশ্চিৎ।
My dear Lord, sometimes great saintly persons go to the homes of householders. Although these householders are generally low-minded, when a saintly person visits their homes, one can understand that it is for no other purpose than to benefit the householders. Purport. This verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.8.4.
প্রভুর রূপ দর্শন ও আচরণ ফলে সঙ্গী সকলের কৃষ্ণ প্রেম দেখিয়া প্রভুকে রায়ের কৃষ্ণ জ্ঞান। আমার সঙ্গে ব্রহ্মনাদি সহস্রেক জন তোমার দর্শনে সবার দ্রবীভূত মন।
Along with me, there are about 1,000 men, including the Brahmanas, and all of them appear to have had their hearts melted simply by seeing you.
Ramananda Rai is praising the Lord
Ramananda Rai is praising the Lord
for him transforming the hearts of all the people with Ramananda Rai.
for him transforming the hearts of all those people who were with Ramananda Rai.
কৃষ্ণ হরি নাম শুনি সবার বদনে সবার অঙ্গ পুলকিত অশ্রু নয়নে।
I hear everyone chanting the holy names of Krishna. Everyone's body is thrilled with ecstasy, and there are tears in everyone's eyes.
This is the great effect of Lord Chaitanya's association.
This is the great effect of Lord Chaitanya's association.
Ramananda Rai is seeing all these transformations
So Ramananda Rai, seeing all these transformations
in the body of the people with him,
in the body of the people with him,
আকৃত্যে প্রকৃত্যে তোমার ঈশ্বর লক্ষণ জীবে না সম্ভবে অপ্রাকৃত গুণ।
my dear sir, according to your behavior and bodily features, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is impossible for ordinary living beings to possess such transcendental qualities. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's bodily features were uncommon. Indeed, his body was extraordinary in its measurements. The measurements of his chest and the measurement of his forearms were the same. This is called Nyagrodha Parimandala. As far as his nature is concerned, he was kind to everyone. No one but the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be kind to everyone. Therefore, the Lord's name is Krishna, all attractive. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is the kind father of everyone. In every species of life, Sarva Yonisu is the original father, the seed giver, Bija Pradapita. How then can he be unkind to any living entity? One may be a man, an animal, or even a tree, but the Lord is kind to everyone. That is God's qualification. He also says in the Bhagavad Gita 9:29, Samohang Sarva Bhutesu, I am equally kind to everyone. And he advises Sarva Dharman Parityagja Mamekam Saranam Raja, give up all other engagements and simply surrender unto me. This instruction is meant not only for Arjuna but for all living entities. Whoever takes advantage of this offer is immediately immune to all sinful activity and returns home back to Godhead. While present on this planet, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made the same offer.
we will So by surrendering to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
So by surrendering to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
one could easily get back to Godhead.
one can easily get back to Godhead.
প্রভুর নিজ দৈন ও রায়ের প্রশংসা ছলে আত্মগোপন চেষ্টা। প্রভু কহে তুমি মহা ভাগবত তত্ত্বম, তোমার দর্শনে সবার দ্রব হইল মন।
The Lord replied to Ramananda Roy, Sir, you are the best of the topmost devotees. Therefore, simply the sight of you has melted everyone's heart. Purport. Unless one is a first-class devotee, he cannot be a preacher. A preacher is generally a topmost devotee. But in order to meet the general populace, he has to come to distinguish between devotees and non-devotees. Otherwise, an advanced devotee makes no such distinctions. Indeed, he always sees that everyone is engaged in the service of the Lord. When one engages in preaching work, he must distinguish between people and understand that some people are not engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. The preacher then has to take compassion upon such innocent people who do not know how to worship the Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11.2.45, the symptoms of a topmost devotee are described as follows. Sarvabhutesu ya pashyet bhagavat bhavam atmanaha bhutani bhagavati atmani esa bhagavat tamaha. The advanced devotee sees that all living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone is in Krishna, and Krishna is also within everyone. Such a vision is possible only for a person who is very advanced in devotional service.
অন্যের কি কথা আমি মায়াবাদী সন্ন্যাসী, আমি তোমার স্পর্শে কৃষ্ণ প্রেমে ভাসি।
Although I am a Mayavadi sannyasi, a non-devotee, I am also floating in the ocean of love of Krishna simply by touching you, and what to speak of others.
Lord Chaitanya giving all the credit to Ramananda Roy.
Lord Chaitanya is giving all the credits to Ramananda Roy.
Although Ramananda Roy giving all the credit
Although Ramananda Roy is giving all the credit to Lord Chaitanya.
এই জানি কঠিন মোর হৃদয় শোধিতে, সার্বভৌম কইলেন তোমারে মিলিতে।
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya knew this would happen, and thus, to rectify my heart, which is very hard, he asked me to meet you.
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya realized that Lord Chaitanya was the Supreme Person of Godhead.
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya realized that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
and thus advised to meet Ramananda Roy.
Thus, he advised to meet Ramananda Roy.
Now, Lord Chaitanya presented himself
But now Lord Chaitanya has presented himself
very hard and heart.
very hard-hearted.
Everybody asked me to meet Ramananda Roy.
And that he asked him to meet Ramananda Roy.
My heart would melt.
Heart will melt. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka, Brahmana. Then Lord Chaitanya, who enchants the entire world and who is very merciful, rested on the shore of the Godavari river. He was like a golden ketaki flower with a sweet fragrance spread in all directions. When the Brahmanas saw the self-effulgent Lord, they became attracted by his transcendental potency, and they came near him. When they saw the Lord's transcendental form, which was filled with love of Krishna, and which was a jewel mine of all transcendental virtues, they exclaimed, Who is this? Who is this? The Brahmanas then met together and discussed what they had just seen. Attracted by their words and appearing like a man possessed, Ramananda Rai struck with wonder, and his appearance, filling others with wonder also, approached Lord Chaitanya.
Lord Chaitanya presence was causing these intense transformations.
Lord Chaitanya's presence was causing this intense transformation
In the hearts of the Brahmanas,
in the hearts of the Brahmanas,
heart of Ramananda Rai,
heart of Ramananda Rai.
his transcendental appearance was filling them with wonder.
His transcendental appearance was filling them with wonder. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. King. Ramananda, you are fortunate. You are fortunate. With your own eyes, you have seen the lotus feet of the Lord.
প্রভু ও ভক্ত পরস্পরের স্তুতি এই মতো দুহে স্তুতি করে দোহার গুণে দুহে দোহার দর্শনে আনন্দিত মনে
In this way, each of them praised the qualities of the other, and both of them were pleased to see each other.
This shows the loving exchange
So this shows the loving exchange
between Lord Chaitanya and his devotee.
between Lord Chaitanya and his devotee.
Lord Chaitanya praising the devotee,
Lord Chaitanya praising his devotee,
and the devotee is praising Lord Chaitanya.
and the devotee praising Lord Chaitanya.
বৈষ্ণব ব্রাহ্মণের গৃহে গৃহে প্রভু ভিক্ষা প্রভুর নিমন্ত্রণে অবৈষ্ণব ব্রাহ্মণ ব্রহ্মের অনধিকার হেনকালে বৈদিক এক বৈষ্ণব ব্রাহ্মণ দণ্ডবৎ করি কইল প্রভুরে নিমন্ত্রণ
At this time, a Brahmana Vaishnava, following the Vedic principles, came and offered obeisances. He fell flat before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and invited him for lunch.
নিমন্ত্রণ মানিল তারে বৈষ্ণব জানিয়া রামানন্দ কহে প্রভু ঈশত হাসিয়া
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the invitation. Knowing the Brahmana to be a devotee and slightly smiling, he spoke as follows to Ramananda Rai. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the invitation of the Vaishnava Brahmana. Even though one is a Brahmana strictly following all the rules and regulations of Brahminical culture, if he is not a devotee, a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one should not accept his invitation. At the present moment, people have become so degraded that they do not even follow the Vedic principles, to say nothing of Vaishnava principles. They eat anything and everything, whatever they like, and therefore the members of the Krishna consciousness movement should be very cautious about accepting invitations.
Prabhupada, so Prabhupada is very careful
Srila Prabhupada, being very careful
to only accept invitations
to only accept invitations
from pure vegetarians
from pure vegetarians
or devotees of the Lord.
who are devotees of the Lord.
রায়ের সহিত প্রভুর পুনঃ সাক্ষাৎকারের ইচ্ছা তোমার মুখে কৃষ্ণ কথা শুনিতে হয় মন পুনরপি পাই জানো তোমারও দর্শন
I wish to hear from you about Lord Krishna. Indeed, my mind is inclined to desire this. Therefore, I wish to see you again.
রামানন্দের দৈন ও সম্ভ্রমে প্রভুর নিকট উপদেশাঙ্কা রাই কহে আইলা যদি পামর শোধিতে দর্শন মাত্রে শুদ্ধ নাহি মোর দুষ্ট চিত্তে
Ramananda Roy
দিন পাশ সাত রহি করহ মার্জন, তবে শুদ্ধ হয় মোর এই দুষ্ট মন।
Ramananda Rai replied, My lord, although you have come to correct me, a fallen soul, my mind is not yet purified simply by seeing you. Please stay for 5 or 7 days and kindly cleanse my polluted mind. After that much time, my mind will certainly be pure.
So Ramananda Rai is requesting
So Ramananda
Lord
Roy
Chaitanya
is requesting Lord Chaitanya
to stay for a week or so.
to stay for a week or so.
And thus he can be purified.
Thus he can be purified.
বিদায়ান্তে ভক্ত ও ভগবান উভয়ের পরস্পরের বিরহ অসহ্য। যদ্যপি বিচ্ছেদ দোহার সহন না যায়, তথাপি দণ্ডবাদ করি চলিলা রাম রায়।
Although neither could tolerate separation from the other, Ramananda Roy nonetheless offered his obeisances to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and departed.
Ramananda Rai offered his prostrate obeisances
So Ramananda Roy offered his prostrate obeisances
because he could not tolerate separation from the Lord.
because he could not tolerate the separation from the Lord.
Nonetheless,
But
he
nonetheless,
got to know it.
he departed. Rari Gupta Katsha, Sri Gaura, the crest jewel of Rasikas, then and there revealed to Ramananda the confidential and astounding pleasure pastimes of Sri Sri Radha Krishna in the groves of Vrindavan. Afterwards, he instructed Ramananda to go quickly to Sri Kshetra. Having pacified Ramananda's heart with sweet words, Sri Janardhan, who resides within and inspires the hearts of all mankind, departed.
This gives us summary of what happened.
So this gives us a summary of what happened.
The details will be given below in the following verses.
The details will be given below in the next 5 verses.
রায় রামানন্দের আর প্রভুতে মিলন, গোরা গুণ গাথা গায় এ দাসলোচন।
Ramananda Rai and Lord Chaitanya's meeting together
Ramananda Roy and Lord Chaitanya's meeting together
and the transcendental qualities of Lord Chaitanya
and the transcendental quality of Lord Chaitanya
are glorified by Lochan Das.
was glorified by Lochan Das.
So this you heard the 2 pastimes,
So we heard these 2 pastimes,
how Lord Chaitanya went to the house of Ramananda Rai
how Lord Chaitanya went to the house of Ramananda Roy
and how he met Ramananda Rai
and how he met Ramananda Roy
at the Godavari River.
at the Godavari river.
So these 2 pastimes are there.
So these 2 pastimes are there.
So somehow Lord Chaitanya,
So somehow Lord Chaitanya
Ramananda Rai,
and Ramananda Rai,
they glorified each other.
they glorified each other.
And thus they felt unlimited Krishna prema.
And thus they felt unlimited Krishna prema. Hari Bol. Thus ends the chapter entitled Lord Chaitanya meets Ramananda Rai on the banks of Godavari.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.